Hey guys, it's Carthorne back with another direct reimbursement invoice. In this video, I just want to talk a bit about TCGplayer direct discrepancy rates. There's been a lot of people talking about that lately. He's been talking about what his business has been doing to improve their rate. Personally, my discrepancy rate, I've never had a problem with. It's always been well under the 2% mark that they require. For anyone that doesn't know, TCGplayer started kicking people out of the direct program if their discrepancy rate is too high, which means people are sending in cards that do not meet their condition standards, or if you have like inventory problems and you have missing cards, that also counts against you. What I recommend to keep the discrepancy rate down is when you're listing near mint cards, you need to be stricter than TCGplayer's actual standards that they lay out on their website. Because if your cards are closer to mint rather than the bottom end of near mint, it kind of gets rid of some of the subjectivity of the whole grading process. Like if cards just look packed fresh like this, zero whitening on the edges, they're not really going to scrutinize it. This is just going to be an auto pass. Whereas if you have like a few white specks and a few different edges or corners of the card, maybe it still falls under their guidelines, but someone might see that and just immediately mark it as lightly played, even though it's technically near mint under their guidelines. So yeah, I would just lean towards being stricter with grading. And normally when I'm initially grading cards, I will just go through a pass-fail system where I'll pull out all the cards that look pack fresh, and then everything below just goes in a separate pile to be dealt with later. So that way I don't end up having a bunch of cards mixed up that are different conditions. And then I just focus on listing all the near mint stuff first. Some people also have a problem with ghost inventory due to the way TCGplayer's pricing tab works. If you're updating using the pricing tab and something sells from the set that you're updating while you're updating it, it's going to cause an inventory error. And the way around that is to upload using CSVs, which is a little bit more work, but it's definitely worth it to avoid those inventory errors. That is something I actually didn't know about before. The majority of my less than 2% discrepancies are from inventory errors, and I think a lot of it is because of I was using the pricing tab before, and I would just have stuff sell while I'm updating it, and then I'll eventually run out of stock of something and then unable to fulfill it for direct. So yeah, I've moved over to CSVs also, so I think my discrepancy rate's probably going to be less than 1% now after I start using that process to add inventory instead. But yeah, I would just recommend being really strict with grading. I know it can cost you money, but your customers are going to be happy if you take extra care in just making sure that all your near mint cards are actually near mint or better, especially better. Like, you're going to get more repeat customers if people are happy with the condition of cards you sell them. If you're selling cards that are like borderline LP to near mint as near mint, you're going to probably anger a lot of customers, because honestly, when people buy near mint cards, a lot of the time they're expecting cards that lean more towards mint rather than near mint, because they honestly don't know about TCGplayer standards, or they've just been misled, expecting all near mint cards to be gradable for whatever reason. Like if you go by PSA standards, a near mint card could be a PSA 7, which could actually have a significant amount of whitening. Like a near mint under PSA scale could actually be lightly played under TCGplayer scale. So yeah, it's all subjective. Every website has a different scale for grading condition. Every individual person has a different scale. That's why I just say lean more towards being strict about grading rather than not, and it's just going to lead to better results all around. Happy customers. No worry about being kicked out of direct. No worry about people returning cards all the time. I almost never get returns or people complaining about condition of cards. I feel like that's probably like 1 in 500 or 1 in 1,000 orders for me. But yeah, Sun and Moon cards here. What else do we have? Some Pokemon reverses. I haven't been listening much to TCGplayer lately, just because I feel like the margins on eBay are so much better. Like, even if you're just listing bulk reverse hollows, you can sell them for 99 cents. They're gonna sell slower. TCGplayer Direct is great if you want to do a lot of volume, but I honestly start to get burned out when I'm just moving volume of 10-cent singles all day, every day. So that's my business strategy lately. If you guys need any more tips on how to maintain less than 2% discrepancy rate, just reach out to me on Discord and I'll be glad to help you with your process. Usually if it's anything below near mint, I will not list it on TCGplayer, just because I don't have to deal with like super scrutinizing the condition and deciding between damage, HP, MP, LP. I feel like it's all subjective. Like, it could honestly, a MP card could fall between HP to LP depending on the person looking at it. I just don't have to deal with that. I'd rather just upload. Oh, I kind of knocked the stack over. Hopefully the cards are still in order. But yeah, I'd rather just sell those cards on eBay with photos so people can see exactly what they're getting. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash the like button, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.